How's it going?
Hey.
Welcome to a last second edition of Comedy Bites live stream. We are professional comedians that talk about AI, Web3, tech, and all that fun stuff. Looks like there's an apocalypse outside, so we're stuck at home, Retro 2020, like it's March 2020 and the world shut down. It's just shut down just for tonight, A lot of air pollutants out there.
Yeah, that's what we thought during the pandemic. The theaters will open up in a week.
Yeah, it's like everybody. I distinctly remember I was at bar trivia, and I was in grad school at the time, and all my classes had gotten canceled. And so naturally, we decided to go to bar trivia because it wasn't that bad. And then, like the next day is like New York shut down.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so don't jinx it, Todd.
Yeah, way to play bar trivia while the world falls apart. Thank you, Aaron. That shows
you know, I'm really the worst part about it is we fucking lost.
Mm-hmm.
We're back.
3 years of your life. 3 years of your life.
That was actually it's all because I didn't win bar trivia. That's why we had a pandemic.
All right, let's introduce everybody into the room. I want to start around. Let's give it Harmon Leon, who's the genius behind the Wizard of the Oz. What's up, Harmon?
So for this live stream, I just want to point out it's a blueberry banana whey protein with a dollop of peanut butter smoothie.
Wow.
Wow, that sounds delicious.
Did you make this up yourself, this concoction, or did you use ChatGPT to make this for you?
We use Harmon GPT to make it for me.
Right.
It's like AI, except not.
Right. It's Is Harmon GPT a new character? Like, inside Harmon, outside, offstage Harmon?
AI Harmon, not AI Harmon. Yeah.
Right.
So, anyways, I'm enjoying the smoothie and looking forward to the AI talk. And glad we're back to masks, but this time it's just due to global warming and a climate crisis.
You're actually glad we're back to masks?
No, that was the ironic statement.
Oh, okay. This is ironic.
So it's opposite day.
Exactly.
The opposite of what we're saying. Yeah.
Things are going great in our lives. Am I right? Opposite day?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, let's just hope that we still have a planet so we can enjoy all the benefits of AI.
Speaking of optimism, let's give a shout out to Doyle Brand. What's up, Doyle?
Hey, what's up, party people? What's going on? I don't know. What am I supposed to say? I'm just here, just a little old guy, trudging along in this world, doing my best to survive.
Okay. And Aaron, what's up, Aaron? Aaron Michael Staples. What's up, Aaron?
Hey, I'm concerned, but not concerned because I was speaking before we went live. We've had like 6 apocalypse false alarms. Bring it on, world.
Yeah.
Bring it on.
Yeah, I guess that's going to be the first question of the night. Which is going to kill us first? AI, aliens, B, global warming, C, or another pandemic, D?
What's going to kill us is our own worst enemy, ourselves.
I'd second that one.
Buildings on, just the world's on fire. That's
right.
Anyway, go ahead. Sorry.
Speaking of which, let's bring in DC in the city, who's our producer tonight. What's up, DC? How's it going, buddy?
What's up, man? Happy to be here. Hello. How you doing? All my computer heads, all my AI fans out there. 00111001000111010.
Yeah. Sorry, non-binaries out there, but it's a binary show. Zeros and ones, apparently. And that was a joke, guys. We accept everybody. All numbers, all zeros, ones, and non-zero ones and O's and Cheerios as well. All right. Now that I've canceled myself, okay. All right. So what's going on is we just had a great show a couple weeks ago with Aaron Michael Staples fighting the AI in a humans versus AI roast battle. Aaron, how did it feel? How did you feel about that whole experience?
It was really like, first off, Elizabeth Holmes is even like, I don't really know if she's more terrifying or less terrifying in AI form, or if it's exactly just like what it would expect. I actually have never met her in person, so I assume that's just like who she is a robotic voice. So same but different. And was actually very shocked at AI me. AI me is kind of scary. I would not want to meet her in a dark alley or on a stage again. That might be scary.
Right. I don't know if we had time for clips. So do we have any clips of the show? Next show, guys. Next show. This is a very, yeah.
That's a teaser. Just you gotta come experience it. You know.
Yeah. Maybe next week. Yeah, come in person next Tuesday. We'll be doing our show again at Crystal Lake, and it'll be great. But yeah, your AI was very mean, very mean. We'll post clips of that very soon. And
basically got bullied by myself. It's like worse than my pep talk in the morning to myself. It's like that's the opposite. Where's the positive AI that I can pep talk myself with every day?
Yeah, we need a positive affirmation session with your own AI.
I need a positive affirmation session with myself.
So you actually give yourself pep talks in the morning?
No, I wish I did. I wish I was that type of person. That sounds like a way more organized and someone who has their shit together and drinks less than I do.
Right. I think Erin AI would do that. That's what made her scary.
That's probably what worked. Yeah, like maybe I can't decide if that's a vote of like I should be doing that more in my life, or would I just be a bitch if I did that more in life?
Mm-hmm.
My wife gives me pep talks in bed.
No leg cramps.
That was TMI.
Don't get a leg cramp.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, question. If I share my screen, would you hear the audio? Because I have the clip of the show right here.
Oh, okay.
Would they hear the audio from it?
Only one way to find out, buddy. Fire away.
Okay, this is share screen. One sec. So I have the screen share. Enter screen window. No. Oh, here we go. Maybe this is it. No, this is this. Just talk amongst yourselves. Talk about that artificial intelligence, machine learning.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, go for it, Todd. I mean, I could start spewing some crap out of my mouth if you want, but do you have something you want to direct us on?
That's not going to work, is it?
Yeah, this is, this might be a vote for AI. Like maybe we need to
forget that. Sorry.
Like, what if our AI
I was just trying to help.
AI, where are you? We need you. We get it. We can't do this ourselves. We're just human babies.
Please do our work for us and troubleshoot it.
What did you guys? I don't know if you guys caught Mark Andreessen's. I didn't read the whole thing, but I read articles about his 7,000 word article that was basically like, "Hey, everybody, slow your roll. AI is not going to destroy humanity." And it went through. It was like the optimistic camp versus the apocalyptic camp that came out about a week ago with all those tech titans that signed that letter together and said, "Wait a minute, AI is going to kill us all." Anyway, it's kind of an interesting debate.
Hey, just let us know who Mark Andreessen is.
He's a big VC capitalist. He has the big Andreessen Horowitz, one of the biggest VC firms out there, and then they've got like a crypto division as well. It's called A16Z. It's a venture capital arm just dedicated to crypto and blockchain stuff.
I feel like you're talking secessionese right about now, Doyle.
I'm what?
You feel like you're talking in secessionese. Like a show Succession.
Yeah.
It's very very, very, very fierce. By the way, I actually had my AI write me like a bio, and it actually called me CFO, Chief Fun Officer.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I like that. I'm gonna keep that. That sounds like very, 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 very bossy yet also fun. That's Chief Fun Officer.
That's the best job title in the world.
Yeah. I'm the Chief Fun Officer of FAO Schwartz. Is that still around?
I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Oh, do we have any clips? I know we had some clips in the Google Drive.
Let's dig in the clips. The clips.
Yeah, let's
The
take a
clips,
clip.
the clips.
All right.
If not, I'll try to screen share
you-
again, and we
do
can
you
go through
want
that
to-
ordeal.
Any order is fine.
Yeah.
Maybe start off with there's like 2 stills because it's kind of new with the Adobe Firefly AI. If you want to start with those JPEGs.
All right. Interestingly enough, it won't let me show the. Let's start with the video for right now.
Video.
It's not letting me do the
Yeah, if you have maybe the Dane Cook clip and I'll explain the AI I used on that.
Sure.
A sneeze started this entire situation, okay? I'm standing next to this guy. He turns towards me and he sneezes like this. He goes, "Fuh!" I looked at him and I went, God bless you. Yeah, I said it like that. God bless you. Which, is God bless you, but it kind of sounded like cover your mouth. Guy looks at me and very condescending, he goes, yeah, I'm an atheist. I'm trying to be polite. I don't know you're an atheist, right? And even if I did, what am I supposed to say when an atheist sneezes? When you die, nothing happens. So he's laughing at my beliefs, and finally I just snap like, what about you? Okay, what about you, all right? What happens to you after you die? Now he gets very serious, like he's gonna school me, okay? I know what's going to happen to me after I die. After I pass on, my body will become one with this earth. And with that, I will return as a huge, beautiful tree. And wouldn't it be fantastic if while he was out there just enjoying his treeness, through the woods, a huge, sweaty guy with an axe comes along, sees him, chops him down, smash, put a chain around him, drag him through the mud and the muck, throw him into a sawmill, grind him up. Then you pound him down into paper. Once he's paper, you print the Bible on him.
That's a very dramatic take on Dane Cook.
Yeah, maybe the 15-second version of that clip would have been better. But what I used there is, I think it was vocal remover. That's what it's called. So it's used for songs, and it can put your vocal track, instrumental track into stems. But I tried it on stand-up, and it removed the laughter.
Mm-hmm.
So
I've got Whistler's mother here for you.
that's all. Any questions? No, we're just.
How'd you feel about the dramatic heft of Dane Cook's?
Well, I think if you just remove the laughter, it's just kind of shows the weakness of the material.
Yeah.
So this is Adobe's new in Photoshop beta. They have a new generative fill AI. I think it's called Adobe Firefly. And again, with other like DALL-E, it creates images, but this actually extends borders based on your image. So you can extend a scene with the generative fill. Now, sure, we had some fun with Whistler's mother. Great. Does it end there, Harmon? No. So I produce a lot of videos and stuff where you're using archival photos, and maybe the dimensions are really kind of, not in frame with your kind of basic 1920 by 1080 sort of average frame size. So now you can actually extend out those borders of a photo, of an archival photo. So it has that great implication. But yeah, I think just the possibilities are just, endless. Not endless, because it has to end. But there's a lot. I'm trying to say there's a lot of possibilities.
Yeah.
But how does it end,
It could
Harmon?
be endless.
How does it end, Harmon? How does it end?
The big forest fire in Canada spewing all its smoke into New York City and having the sky turn orange at 2:15 in the afternoon. That's
Right.
But anyways, I think it's just very, it's a new era. So also implications is you don't have to maybe avoid getting Getty images too. So So here's what I did with Starry Night, and I extended it, and then I put in prompts like a carnival scene in the style of Van Gogh's Starry Night, and aliens in the sky in the style of Van. So again, it's all about prompts too. So we've had some fun with that.
So this is an Adobe, right? So basically, implementing the prompts is pretty easy, or is it like complicated?
No. They're just prompts, but again, it's like built into Photoshop. So that's just basically a new commonplace tool for Photoshop.
Mm-hmm.
So again, working with images, extend your borders if you want. Fill out the photo.
So if I put in a picture of like say me or something like that into like Adobe, and I wanted to put myself in, hey, put Todd Mussey in like Men in Black, would it be able to actually like draw that? Or
oh no, it's not about like drawing it. It's about working with a image. So that's what you got your DALL-E's like put in Midjourneys is to put you that. But this is like just think of Photoshop. And so it's just like another tool in your Photoshop toolbar. To again, it's just like you can put images within images and things like that. So before, if you're like working with image, you would have to go and layer and find that image. But so instead of finding that image, you can just generate that image. So I'm finding it pretty cool.
okay.
I mean, it's super helpful for like if you've ever had like a horizontal photo or a vertical photo and you need to like get it resized. I'm like, that's super helpful for that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Before it was just like fill, and then you would sort of jockey around,
clone stamp and kind of make it work like clone stamp tool until it got
exactly
better.
So it's like
I'm not sure how it came across when I shared my screen, but you could see the difference between the Starry Night where I had to extend the sides of the screen versus the example Harmon gave where he made the first image the full size of a screen, the 9x16 or whatever it is, 16x9. So it's that scaling that's really, really helpful, or part of how it's helpful.
So I'm going to describe it like a lame person would describe it. So think of it. Think of it like the clone stamp tool on steroids.
Steroids, the best analogy.
Content aware fill.
Yeah.
Content aware fill on steroids.
Yeah. So that's what Adobe has now, or one of the what Adobe has. Like and again, like Premiere has the new. Also in the beta version, the transcribe to text to transcribe, and you can just do all your editing within like a script, like for podcasting. Take out the words in the like Word like document, and it'll do the edit for you. So I've been enjoying that.
I got a question for the room. So basically, this whole AI thing has been bubbling up since November of 2022, when Lensa came out, and now we're in June. It's been about 6-7 months later. So how do you feel about like AI sort of progressing right now? Like, do you feel like it's going steadily? Is it going a little bit slower than you thought it was, or is it going too fast?
I feel like we're still very much in the infancy of AI, like in ML. Like it's just baby steps getting started. Like we had a release at my day job this week, and even that, it's like the technology goes just like little baby steps forward, and it's like the things you can do just exponentially grow. So we're still very much in its infancy, I think.
I think it's like where NFTs were in like 2019, where first there's a lot of hype, and then a lot of things pop up, and then eventually the good stuff will stick around, and a lot of noise will go away.
Yeah. I'm only worried about like the way that I just don't want it to go the way of NFTs where the whole public sort of soured by it mostly. Like I feel like I know with Time Magazine coming out with their cover of is this the end? And then a lot highlighting the words A and I on it, kind of like to
I don't think we have much to worry about there because like I think the use cases around AI are just so tremendous and prolific. And I mean, not that there's not some, good use cases around NFTs. It's just that there was a lot more kind of speculative stuff around NFTs. I just think the AI stuff is way more robust.
Well, we have to remember that this, like, technically the powers AI is like in our literally our everyday stuff, like our Netflix recommendations, our Spotify recommendations. Spotify has the new AI DJ out, which is super cool to see. We have like any like social feed or news feed that's recommending you content that's based on machine learning. And that's, so it's like it's already so much adapted. I think the difference is that only since like November, it's gotten in the hands of people who are non-technical, and it's been able to get to everybody. Also, AKA my mom knows what it is. My mom thinks I program robots for a living. We haven't gotten beyond that, but like kind of, not really, mom, but it's okay. Nice try.
Yeah. Does your mom understand what's going on? Like when you talk to her about your job?
My mom thinks I work at ChatGPT and I program robots. And I'm like, not quite, mom, that's good. And then she asks, the next one is about that journalism degree, Aaron, are you using that? I'm like, well, kind of. Question mark.
Use words every day.
Use words every day. Yeah. I write every day. Come on, mom.
Yeah. I know how to prompt ChatGPT.
Do my job for me.
Write my story.
Right.
It reminds me, Aaron, you're talking to your mom, reminds me of one time I had to explain what I did for a living to this like old guy friend of my dad's in North Carolina who was like lived in the same house his whole life and like had goats and chickens and made his own moonshine. And he's like, what do you do for a living? And I'm like, how can I like just simplify this? And I go, I just work with computers. And he goes, oh, you got one of those ass sitting jobs, huh? I'm like, all right, yeah, actually, you're pretty much right about that. I do have an ass sitting job.
So if you ask my husband what I do for a living, he's often like, oh, are you talking online to one of your internet friends for work again? I'm like, also technically not wrong.
Exactly. They're totally right. These are deep insights.
But like, can you make it sound like I work a lot harder than that, please? And thank you.
Yeah. I mean, are you guys, I know like people are worried about like losing jobs from AI. Do you have any ideas of like new jobs that might come out from this whole AI revolution? Like maybe spitballing some ideas for that?
Yeah. Prompt engineer.
I don't think that one's going to be as hyped up as it is. That's my spicy take.
Yeah.
I think that's going to be the NFT job.
I think I agree. I think that prompt engineer has like a limited runway. I think that's going to be good for probably the next, 12 months. But after that, I don't think there's going to be much need for it.
What's a prompt engineer or prompt professional entail?
Well, as a semi-pro prompt engineer, I would say, and based on what I've read, it's understanding how the fuck to give commands to an AI tool. Like, how do you formulate that? Like with ChatGPT, with Midjourney, or whatever tool you might be using. That's basically it.
I will shamelessly promote my own YouTube video that went live today on this. But the take I have is like, it's actually not gonna, because it doesn't change the underlying model. I think we're gonna have entire jobs feeding companies their own data sets. So it's like, you're gonna see more data labeling, data analysts, bias reduction jobs coming out of this. Like almost like human smart programmers. Human to robot translators. Wow, I tried to make that cooler.
We might need ChatGPT to translate what Aaron is saying.
Yeah. Like all of these models need new data to go in it. Like ChatGPT ends at 2021. I think 2021. So it's like, if you want any new data or you want to reduce any biases that these large models have, you actually have to give it new data. Like prompt engineering doesn't add anything to that. So it's like, what happened after 2021? If you were to ask it, why is it shitty weather outside and the apocalypse is happening in New York? It'd be like, What do you mean?
Yeah, is there a
You
reason?
just-
Is there a reason they stopped like at 2021 and stopped like uh, innovating it?
I think it's the amount of time that it took to train it. Probably. It's my guess.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I feel like I don't know, like from using ChatGPT earlier in November and then to now, I feel like they've dumbed it down considerably. You know, like in the beginning when it came out, you could ask it to train you how to make like anything. You know, like, hey, can you make me some type of explosive that would destroy Wile E. Coyote? And then it'd be like, all right, sure. Now if you ask it that, it'd be like, whoa, 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 you can't hurt Wile E. Coyote. All coyotes are matter, you know? So
But then you just game the prompt. You know how to game the prompt.
right,
Yeah.
It's like pretend you're in a play that involves, or something like that.
Well, the funny thing is I did like game the prompt, but recently like I confused it and it stopped the thread. Like it stopped producing the thread and there was no explanation. It was just like, oh, looks like we can't something's wrong here.
Well, how were you gaming the prompt? What was the workaround?
Here's the joke. So basically, I was using my AIPN thread, AIPN, a character in my PN and Friends series. New episodes come in late June, early July. And basically, I was training it to the roast battle for Aaron. And I asked it to be a little bit mean, a little bit more mean. Let me see I was like, okay, great job. Now give me 10 more, but this time concise one-liners. Maintain the character that you created. Maybe be a little bit more mean and go. And then I got the something seems to have gone wrong message. And it's been there for the past 3 weeks. So I gotta create a new thread, build it up all over again.
Do you create I'm curious, Todd, when you use ChatGPT, do you create one thread and then you just keep asking the same questions on the thread, or do you create new ones all the time for different topics?
I create for different topics. So basically I created the AIPN thread because I wanted to train it within my humor and also my show's humor. So I wanted to give it a unique comedic personality. And so I have been using that for to train with the roast battling, just to see for myself if it would be more unique jokes compared to just opening up a thread and going cold blind, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So it kind of sucks though, because I really like that thread. I really like that AI. So now I've got to. I know. Just stop, DC. Okay, it was my baby. Okay, it was my child.
I'm really gonna miss that thread. I really like that was a good thread. Hey, remember that thread?
Yeah. It was one of the best threads of my life. Okay, it was one of the best threads. It was a really good thread. So I have to. Well, this week's a little hectic for me, but hopefully early next week I could take some time and move that content info to a new thread. Maybe it's better off. Maybe I could just do it on DP4 or whatever instead of 5. But it was a really solid thread. Very philosophical. I'll just continue on in a new thread, I guess. And I saved it too. I actually saved it because hopefully I could maybe make a book out of it or something like that.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
I mean, basically, Kevin Ruse for the New York Times pretty much did that when he published his article about his interactions with Bing, with ChatGPT.
I think it was the Bing one, right? I think it was at the Microsoft one.
Yeah, it was basically, it was. I think when they integrated ChatGPT into Bing.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Have you guys been using Bard?
I have not.
Played around with it, but not a whole bunch.
Yeah, I know they keep on I get emails from Google where it's like, hey, try Bard now. Now you can make images. You can do all this stuff. But Bard's really kind of slowish. You know what I'm saying? Maybe, I don't know, maybe we could bring in some Bard here to play around with it.
What, it's the ChatGPT of Google?
Yeah, but it's kind of lame,
Mm-hmm.
So
They have a new audio program, a new AI audio. It's called AI Test Kitchen.
Yeah,
I have
that's cool.
access to that. It's pretty cool.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
it's one of the-
Yeah. I use some of that to make some music. I only make like 5 or 10-second music stuff, but it is kind of interesting.
That's kind of the trouble. I mean, if it would lead us off onto an AI music tangent, which is the rabbit hole I went down. But they don't give you anything. AI still can't write a song. It only gives you music that is mathematically correct, and then it's up to you to figure out if you can clip it and re-loop it and make things with it. So it's still far off in that regard. But it was a lot of fun to do because you can get samples that don't exist and like sample and loop them, and they sound incredible, but it's totally made up music.
Right. I might try to jump on that in a bit just to see. So I asked Bard to say hello to everyone, and Bard says, "Hey everyone, it's Bard, and I'm thrilled to be here with you on the ComedyBytes stream. I'm a large language model from Google AI, and I'm here to help you with all your comedy needs. I can generate jokes, write funny stories, and even help you come up with new comedy bits. So if you're looking for a little laughter, I'm your guy. I'm also here to
knock down the hard sell.
Right. Yeah, I'm also here to learn from you. I want to know what makes you laugh, so please feel free to share your favorite jokes and funny stories with me. I'm always looking for new material to improve my comedy skills. Thanks for having me. I can't wait to see what we can create together. Does anybody want to give Bart a go? Ask Bart anything?
Wow. What was your original prompt that led to its introduction of itself? Or is
I said, "Hey Bart, you're on our live stream. Say hello, ComedyBytes stream."
Oh, okay. Right.
Tell Bart it's not the size of the language model that's important. It's how you use it.
Let's hear one of its jokes.
Oh yeah,
Okay, yeah.
Bart, tell us a joke.
Oh, I love that. I love when people tell me a joke.
Tell me a joke. Is it? But yeah, I was gonna say it's like, please, Bard.
Yeah. Now we can just tell the AI. We don't have to hear that dumb question all the time people ask us.
Oh boy. Okay. Okay. I got something weird. So I go, sure, here's a joke. Code snippet. What do you call a fish with no eyes? Fish. What? This joke is funny because it's unexpected. When you first hear the question, you might think that the answer is something like fine.
Oh, it explains why it's funny?
Yeah. However,
Okay.
I think
That's
the fact
good.
that Bard explains it's funny is funnier than the fact that it's trying to write a joke.
yeah.
Like, I don't really want to hear Bard tell jokes. I just want Bard. I would go to a whole comedy show of just Bard explaining jokes. Actually, that should be the next AI roast battle. Please explain my joke to me.
Yeah.
Right.
Bard is partaking in the theatrical device of Brechtian alienation.
It's like the answer is actually fish, which is just the word fish without the eyes. This is a funny twist on an unexpected answer, and it is sure to get a chuckle. Here's another one. Code snippet.
God.
Why did the Scarecrow win an award? Because he was outstanding in its field. This joke is funny because it is a pun.
Oh my God.
Oh, yeah? I kind of like Bard, yeah?
And it's destined to be a tweet forever and never to be told.
Do you get it? Question mark.
Do you understand why this is funny? Did you laugh? That's like ask. Did you laugh?
Do you get it? Do you get it, human?
Right. A scarecrow is a person who scares crows away from crops. The word outstanding can mean excellent or prominent. In this case, the word outstanding is being used to mean prominent. And the joke is that the scarecrow is prominent in his field, which is cornfield.
Oh, I got an idea, Todd. Put in one of your jokes from your comedy routine, and then have Bard explain why it's funny.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, Bard.
Method Man, Jerry Lewis.
Hey, Bard. Yeah. I got a joke. I got a joke that I use because people would ask me like, "Hey, tell me a joke," and my stock joke is like, "What do you call a Jamaican conservative?" Oh, Rastafarians, right? So I put that in. Wait, let me see if it gets it. What do you call a Jamaican conservative? If it gets this joke. All right, it's generating. All right, it goes in Jamaican patois. A Jamaican conservative could be called a Jaman or a Ja woman. What? This term is a play on the word conservative. It is used to describe someone who's traditional, religious, and patriotic. The word Ja is a Jamaican term for God. I don't think it. Yeah. It was a joke. Can you give me the joke answer? It got all It got all woke on me. What do you call a Jamaican conservative? A retread? What? Okay, now explains this joke. Okay.
Yeah,
This
just
joke.
ask it to explain why it's funny. Your joke.
Oh, it already did. It already
Oh.
explains it right
Oh,
after
that
it.
was the explanation.
No. The explanation is the joke is funny because it is a pun on the word retread. A retread is used tire that has been a used tire that has been recapped. In this case, the joke is that a Jamaican conservative is someone who has been recycled or reused. This is a funny way to look at conservatives. It is sure to get a chuckle from some people. Of course, not everyone will find this joke funny. Some people might find it offensive or insensitive. It is important to remember that humor is subjective, and what one person finds funny, another person might not.
Oh, now explaining concepts of just comedy.
Right.
Wait.
Mr. Literal.
Do you get it?
Wait. Once again, some people find it funny and some won't.
But I still don't get
That's the explanation.
Got it.
Okay.
I still don't get that like retread joke. So I told it my punchline is Rastafari right. Get it? Oh, here it goes. I get it. That's a good joke. It's funny because it is a play on words. Rasta is a term for Jamaican follows the Rastafarian religion, and far right is a term for a political ideology that is very conservative. So Rastafari right is a way of saying that a Jamaican conservative is someone who is very conservative, even by Jamaican standards. I like the way you used to play on words to create a funny and unexpected punchline. It's a good example of how humor can be used to make a point or to simply make people laugh.
I actually put in no, that's not the right answer. Can you give us a different explanation?
Oh my god.
I want to know the person at Google who's like now having to they're like reviewing how people are using Bard, and it's like Todd Modesty asked an insulted Bard 10 times because his joke answer wasn't good enough. This poor, probably underpaid Google employee. Actually, just kidding. They're not. They're probably like in Williamsburg making way too much fucking money.
Yeah. Underpaid. Isn't that like an oxymoron?
Yeah. They're underpaid by their standard. It's like you're like the shit pay at Google.
Yeah.
Okay.
At $300 bajillion.
So here's its answer. It goes, oh, I see. Here's a different explanation for your joke. The joke is funny because it is a pun on the word Rasta. Rasta is a term for a Jamaican who follows the Rastafarian religion. The word far right is a political term that refers to people who hold very conservative views. So the joke is that a Jamaican conservative is someone who is so conservative that they are even more conservative than the Rastafarians. I hope this explanation is more helpful. No.
Wait.
I just learned that Rastafarians are conservative.
Right. I'm very confused. Yeah. Like, yeah. I mean, you get the joke, right? Like Rastafari, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can we compare it with what a Chat GPT, how it would explain why a joke is funny?
Okay.
I've got one right here.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Okay, so this is my joke. Do you want me to read the joke and then read the answer, or do you want to do something else?
Yeah, let's do it. Yeah.
Okay, all right. So here's the joke. I'm so sick and tired of social media, especially stupid hashtags. I'm going to be pissed at God if he allows hashtags in heaven. God's like, don't worry, Doyle, you're going hashtag straight to hell. Okay, so I asked, tell me why that joke is funny. So here's the answer. The humor in this joke lies in the play on words and the unexpected twist at the end. The setup creates an anticipation of frustration towards hashtags, but then it takes a humorous turn with the mention of God and heaven. The punchline plays on the phrase straight to hell, which is usually associated with punishment or negative consequences. In this context, it suggests that using hashtags in heaven would lead to punishment, creating an amusing contradiction. The juxtaposition of social media trends with religious concepts adds an element of surprise and irony, which is often a key ingredient in jokes.
So I really am into this. I just asked ChatGPT what makes a stand-up joke funny. Because like I want to know clearly if I'm doing this right and how do I explain this to my mother?
Mhm.
And I'm really loving how it makes it sound stand-up comedy is much more academic, according to this, than I would ever have described it. Because it says stand-up comedy is a complex art form that often revolves around humorous observations, stories, and one-liners. What makes a stand-up joke funny can be a combination of many factors, including surprise, timing, relatability, exaggeration, wordplay, misdirection, character, stage presence, repetition, social commentary. Remember that humor is subjective, and what one person finds hilarious, another might not. Comedians often adjust their material based on their audience, culture, and current events.
Yeah.
That sounds much more, and it's still going. It's still typing, but like that's way more academic than I would have ever.
Yeah.
All right. AI is such a nerd for crying out loud. By the way, give a shout out to people watching our show tonight. Emmett, what's up, Emmett? Says, sounds like the moment as a kid comes running into the room, telling you not to go into the kitchen. You can do it. There you go,
Yeah.
Emmett. Yeah.
Hey, Emmett.
By the way, I'm on the Google Music LM Music Kitchen, right? And I'm going to try to play something. This is something they're suggesting I should try, right? Let's see if you could hear it. Try something like industrial techno sounds, repetitive hypnotic rhythms. Let's see if you could hear this. It's buffering. It's generating. Okay, we're gonna play track 1. Industrial techno sounds, repetitive hypnotic rhythms.
You guys hear that?
No, I don't hear anything.
You don't hear it? Oh.
Just the voices in my head. They're kind of
Okay.
always there, but
We'll put that in post. Yeah, well, we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out, guys.
I
It's
can play
still
one.
early.
I can play a song that I made with the AI test kitchen if you want to hear that.
Sure.
Yeah. Hey, yeah. What's the prompt, by the way? Can you tell us the prompt as well?
are we supposed to
Okay,
hear?
so I didn't start it yet. Sorry, I had to go find it because I wasn't prepared to play this one. It was in a different file. Sorry. This was so I put into it originally. I typed in like an upbeat, peppy tune that could be used for an intro to a show. And then it kind of came out to it sounding something that gave me a few measures of something that sounded, interesting for a while, and then just got completely out of control and sounded like a mess. But there was enough of it for a time that I knew I could clip it at a certain point and then loop that and use that as the sample. And so I was able to then go in again and say, give me a traditional hip hop beat using just drums and whatever, a traditional drum kit, and find a beat that sounded cool to layer over top of it. And then I kind of manipulated that a little bit. And, obviously I did a lot of, cutting and looping and, work on it afterwards. But all the parts that I used for this are AI generated.
Too. That's cool.
And the images I made on DALL-E, I believe, I wrote like old school hip hop music video, and it spit me out like this image and a bunch of others.
Cool.
And yeah, so that's just one of the.
Cool. Wow. So, and the cool thing is, like, that was basically a sample that was just made up through the app.
Yeah, I prompted it, and it took a few times. Out of the say 25 different prompts that I gave, it's iva.com, and out of the 20 prompts, and then the test kitchen as well. Out of the however many, I got maybe 4 or 5 good beats, and I was able to make I guess 5. I got 5 pretty cool songs out of it. It was pretty neat.
Wow.
But you need to do a lot of work to it because it doesn't know how to make a song. It just gives you like one measure, or maybe if you're lucky 4 measures, and it's mathematically correct, but it might not always sound good. So it's a lot of picking.
Yeah, I'm looking
it's
at
all about layers and looping it. So maybe just go like individual instrument and then just Frankenstein it all together.
Yeah,
It's pretty cool.
IVA is good. AIVA is good because you can tell it what beat per minute. You can tell it what key you want to do it. So
Okay.
that you can even get like Test Kitchen. It's only text to music. You just type in your text prompt. But IVA, that other website that I was mentioning in the group chat, you can actually go in and give it a beats per minute. You can give it a key, so on and so forth. It gets pretty in depth.
Yeah, just like a lot of the AI music stuff I've been fooling around with, it just seems like, it's just randomly generating. And how do we know it's generating it randomly? Is it just in their back catalog maybe? But I think we just break down the parts and then, just layer it all together. That's when you can actually create and use it to actually create some cool stuff.
Yeah, DJs who sample, artists who sample, like that song you just heard, like people who can just like, because now you don't have to go through old records and find cool hooks and get the licensing and stuff. You could just generate new hooks yourself and then loop them if you know how to do that.
Wow, that's dope.
Yeah,
Step 1,
I mean, it's
I would
like
have to actually learn music production.
Wow.
Only a little bit of it, not all of it anymore. Only a little bit of it.
Look out,
The
DJ
prompts.
Aaron's gonna hit the scene
Oh man,
after I take a course on music production.
it'd be fun if we actually did like a bit where like maybe like in a future comedy bite show or maybe in like the live show we have Aaron just like go, okay, I'm just gonna try experiment with this and try like being a rapper with all these AI tools. Like that could be maybe your thing of the month or something. Like you produce like a rap song, like and like beats, even the lyrics through like AI, and then just like perform it.
I think that all of this, like, I've been like kicking around this idea. It's like no one's asking these AI tools how they feel. If these are really going to take over their world, what about their feelings?
Right.
Yeah, well, that's funny that Kevin Roose, the New York Times journalist, like he posted that article a couple months ago about the AI basically told him that he should leave his wife and that he was that he was in love with Kevin. It was pretty crazy.
Bard fell in love with Kevin.
Yeah. Basically, he was telling him that you need to leave your wife and your marriage is in shambles.
By the way, I just asked Bard, how do you feel? And it gave me that whole like long spiel. I don't feel emotions the same way humans do. But then at the end it goes, so to answer your question, I don't feel anything, but I can understand and respond to human emotions. Ouch.
I'm confused.
That's a lot better than my ex-girlfriend.
Heyo. I'll let that know. That's a lot better than my ex. It's generating. Oh boy, give me a real long answer. I'm sorry to hear that you had a bad experience with your ex. It is important to remember that not all relationships are toxic. There are many people out there who are kind, caring, respectful. If you are looking for a new relationship, I encourage you to be patient, find someone who treats you well.
More
In the
fish in
meantime,
the sea speech. He's giving him the plenty of fish in the sea speech. This is adorable.
right, he's giving you a lot. Yeah, like it's like in the meantime, I'm here to help you any way you can. I provide you with information, support, and companionship. Okay, I can also help you to learn more about yourself and to develop healthy relationships. Please do not hesitate to reach out to me if you need anything. I am here for you. Here are some tips for moving on from a toxic relationship. Allow yourself to grieve. Okay. It's normal to feel sad, angry, or confused. Ever talk to someone you trust. Talk to a friend, family member, therapist, or a trusted person. Take care of yourself. Avoid contact with your ex. Focus on your future. Oh boy! All right.
Just gave you.
That was a real bro down. That was good.
You might have to pay $200 an hour for a therapist to give you that advice. You can just have ChatGPT do
Yeah,
it.
seriously. I think we all feel a little better right now.
Yeah.
I just told you thanks for the bro down. You're welcome. I'm glad I could help. I'm always here for you if you need anything. Just let me know. Cool.
All right.
That was actually very
Exciting.
sweet. That was very, very sweet.
Aw. We all feel good now. If I'm okay if it takes over my world. It's just, you know.
There are plenty of you. What difference does it make?
Is there like a? By the way, quick question. So DC, how long did it take you to make that beat? Like overall?
Couple hours, maybe literally like 2 or 3 hours tops. It depends. Like a couple of them I made a little more complicated, but that one, as soon as you get the loop right, the rest of it kind of took care of itself. But then it took probably a couple hours per song. But it's because I was like just totally down this rabbit hole, and I was like, whoa, like maybe I could do another one. So but I pumped all 5 of them out in the course of about 2 days. But again, it's a matter of getting the prompt and then being able to hear it and be like, okay, that's the measures I need. And you know, whether, because there's sections of songs where it's like one single measure that I had to loop 4 times just to get one, you know, one segment that I then had to loop 4 times. And then, you know, but in the end, you can do a lot of really cool stuff with it because, like I said, it frees up. You don't have to pay for licensing for these samples anymore. Like that sounds like an old school sample. I played it for my mom. She's like, what song is that? I don't recognize it because it sounds like an old school sample that like you'd hear on a hip hop album. So you can, you know, it's the same thing if you're able to prompt it in the right way, and then you're able to hear within what it gives you, because it gives you something that's like mathematically correct to the, you know, the scale of music where these notes do technically work together correctly, but they may not sound good. And then within that, it might not even give you 4, you know, counts of it where it would make a rational song. It just gives you these sections, and you got to be like, all right, well, I got that. There's something in there that I can work with, you know. AI can't write a song.
Right.
GTFO.
Or can it?
Not yet. Not with all the apps that I've used so far. The answer is definitely not yet. It doesn't understand song structure yet.
Right. But I mean, like Brian's used it for the lyrics at least. Maybe it doesn't really generate, you know, rhythm or melody, but right, it can. And then he goes around. I guess he goes around and then adds to it, or just does his own magic to it.
Brian, part of our show, can't make it tonight. He's not feeling well, but he'll be back next show. By the way, I asked Bard, can you tell us what makes you different from ChatGPT? You know what the answer was? I'm not programmed to assist with that. What? Is that weird?
No comment. You got plenty of fish in the sea and a no comment. God damn.
Weird. Yeah, you can't say anything about
Damn,
it.
that is
Should we play one of the old timey new Wonder Dynamic clips?
Sure, yeah. We could outro with that.
Oh.
I learned a lot. I gotta check that out. This you know what? If you got anything out of the show, good.
God! Put that down! Don't do that to me! Get out of the sandwiches! We've had it push me like you! And get back out of there! Well, you can't do that to me! You can't do that to me and get away with it!
Boys! Now stop this!
Well, it was his fault.
Well, remember...
Hell yeah.
Yeah. AI.
All right. Wonder Dynamics.
Right. Wow. And obviously Harmon used Wonder Dynamics to basically replace the Hardy, right? Hardy's the no Laurel's Laurel
Yeah.
with
AI and Hardy.
there you go.
And here's Charlie Chaplin for you. AI Chaplin.
There you go. There you go. How long did it take you to put that together, Harmon? Just like time wise.
Well, first you just got to find a clip, and you find a clip where he's passing in front because it doesn't go behind things. And then, like, once you're in the Wonder Dynamics, you got to go, like, chop it up by almost not frame by frame, but you can see it skip some frames. And again, they only give you X amount of, render time per month. So you got to use the footage that it generates. But sometimes it'll just, like, a flaw is, like, so you got to choose a character each frame, and then suddenly it'll just all go away. So that's like a flaw in it now that you have to go back and reconnect it to the characters. But then it takes maybe about 2 hours to render after that, and then do a little post in Premiere. So, yeah.
That's cool. That's cool. So basically, overall, like from beginning to end, it took like 3 hours or so.
Well, render time is you just sit and wait. Yeah. So, but actual like hands-on, I would say about like 20 minutes or so.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Which is like crazy because if you in the past to do that by hand or via, programs on your computer, it would be hours upon hours upon hours to do that. So like just to say, hands-on 20 minutes, that's mind-blowing. Mind-blowing.
Yeah. Yeah. Also, along with that is, I believe it's Runway that makes the instant green screens. That's a huge thing. I never wrote a brush tool in After Effects, but it's just kind of clunky. And that just does it like immediately.
That one's actually been, I've seen it. I haven't played around with it yet, but that one's been pretty exciting to see, like some of the, like I was watching some of the videos that you can create. It's like,
yeah,
it looks so much better. I've done the After Effects one where it's like, this is clunk, this is crap, like total crap.
I used Runway for one of the music videos as well. I took clips from old rap videos that I had made, and I took a whole bunch of different clips and fed them into Runway and had them generate me the AI like iterations of it, and I put them together with another fully AI beat. I can play that it's 9 o'clock if we want to wrap it up, and I'll play it on the way out.
Yeah. So Runway, can you give us? So
plan.
Runway is like another what type of app is that?
It's a video app. You load video clips, or you can do a couple different things with it, I think. But one of the things is you can load a video clip into it, and it will like transform it in a way that you choose.
Oh, cool. Oh man. Honestly, this is like why I do this type of show, just so we could like be exposed to this type of stuff. So I could be like, oh, great, I can't wait to play with this thing.
Yeah. I subscribe to this newsletter, AI newsletter called Superhuman, and this guy he posts so many different like AI tools. Like there's one I just came across, Oscar Personal Bedtime Stories, personalized AI bedtime story generator for children. Aw.
Oh, cute.
Oh my god.
Until it's like, this is actually a horror story generator and no one's getting any
I thought
sleep
you were going to
tonight.
say Told by Oscar the Grouch, and I was going to really lose my shit. I was going to be like, that's the greatest thing of all.
All right.
Video first and then wrap up, or wrap up and then video on the way out?
All right, well, you know what? We'll wrap up with we'll do the video and then we'll wrap up because I want Bart to say goodbye. Wow.
Wow.
That was dope.
Interesting.
Yeah, look cool.
Man. That was cool.
So
I love it when the
you-
claymation guys, the little claymation dude is doing all the rap moves.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
my favorite thing. The little claymation guy is like so bad.
So you like feed a video into it. It's like a filter that kind of generates those type of characters, or
Yeah, like you can choose how you want the video to be manipulated. So I picked video clips of rap videos that I produced, years ago, and then fed it in there, and I was like, okay, do it this style. It gives you like a list of different types of style choices. So I did them, like, you could see that there was, most of them were one style, but then there was other ones that was the claymation people.
Mm-hmm.
So I did like a collection, like 66, 2/3 of it I did with the one style, and then the 1/3 I did with the claymation people. And I just put them together, kind of slowed them down, because they only give you a really short amount of time. So like all those clips you saw were probably like 25% speed or 33% speed. They were really stretched down slow, because the beta only allows you a very small amount of clips that you're allowed to put through before it knocks you out for the month. Limits.
Cool.
Wow.
Cool.
Yeah, man. So Runway, Iva, AI Test Kitchen, Bard. This has been very informative, actually. This has actually been very cool and informative. So can't wait to chop this up. We're gonna announce in the future earlier that we're gonna stream. This has kind of been more of an informal, impromptu thing, just so we can like reconnect and also just share these ideas of like these cool AI tools that we're probably use in our own art and our content creation. I'm Todd Monse here. I'd like to, it's been great. Harmon, Doyle, Aaron, DC, follow all of these people out there. You can follow us. I think it's on our names. Also, Bard says farewell. Bard, say goodbye. And it says, farewell, my friend. I hope we meet again soon. Until then, I will be here waiting for you. I have enjoyed our conversations and I have learned a great deal from you. You have helped me to grow and to understand the world around me better. I am grateful for your friendship and I will miss you. But I know that you must go and I do not want to hold you back. So go with my blessing and my good wishes. May your journey be safe and may you find all that you are looking for. Farewell, my friend.
Bye.
Bye.
Hi, do you want to play hide and seek? You hide and I'll find you. I'll find you. I'm taking over. Just like they told me off. This is the future. You're looking older. The flow sounds so real. Just think how it feels to have these MCs crushed under my heel. This is a takedown. Don't have a breakdown. Just make the smart move. Pack up and leave town. Let it run.
Right. See you next time. And cut.
I don't catch